Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 133. And in today's episode, I need to finish off the weekend league. Like, I know it's Tuesday, but I need to get that part done. And in the second half, there'll be some SBCs that we can complete. And I'll also go through my custom tactics, as that is what somebody requested, or I see quite a lot in the comment section, and I know that I haven't done for a while. If you enjoy, hit me with a thumbs up button on this Monday, or sorry, on this Tuesday. If we could get like 2,500 likes, that would be absolutely unreal. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. So the first thing that you're going to see me do today is buy a shadow, and that's an expensive thing to do. But I'd seen a couple of recommendations for Diego Carlos to go on a shadow, and you know what, if we are going to continue to use him and of course hope that he progresses throughout the year, then maybe, just maybe, like, that might make a difference, and I was willing to give it to him. So we've done exactly that. We've now got no issues with that pace at all. He is going to be a rapid centre-back with, like, getting on very, very, very good centre-back defensive stats. Because I think physicality means a little bit less than that. Everyone reckons that shadows are way better than anchors, so we're going to give it a go. We've also swapped the keeper around for this little session. I think Van der Sar goes back in goal, and we come up in our weekend league against this in the first game of today's episode. Great. Inform Ronaldo, 95 Pele. Like, just genuinely a fantastic FIFA squad. However, ours is pretty good as well, and Aguero knocks a lovely ball through to Frankie, and I mean, from the rebound, Messi's there. But yeah, what a kind of a lucky goal. I hate them when they go in against me, and I hate scoring them because, you know, they're just not skilled, are they? You know, I want the first shot to go in, not the rebound one afterwards. But we do earn ourselves a nice little goal from Aguero after just some nice tight dribbling from Bernardo Silva from the corner. However, he does get through and score with Pele because, I mean, you give Pele 95 version an inch and he is going to take a goal. That is one of the sole reasons why I'm contemplating the mid-icon pack from Icon Swaps. If we don't decide to get Koeman or Seedorf or something, then maybe the Icon Swap, the mid-icon pack would be good, just for that maybe chance of getting someone like Pele, because of course he would be such a great player to add to our team. And of course with the mid-icons, yeah, there's some great baby ones, and we've done a baby icon pack on the series and got unfortunate, but when it comes to mid-icons, you get like the Hullet goes up to like a elite tier player, whereas his baby isn't very good. There's just some icons that go from like not usable to when they're in their mids. It just opens up the boundaries a little bit for like good players you could possibly get, and you just never know. So we'll see, but hey, that was our 11th win, so we are silver 1, and worst case scenario, I got 2,000 weekend league points for getting to that amount of wins. And the next game, or it might not even be the next game, I've cut out a lot of rage quits. As you guys know, I was 10-2 from the last episode. Very well played. You know, that's one of my better score lines going into the weekend league, and we will not end anywhere near that in this weekend league. I fully lost my head. I completely bottled it. I obviously had to rush so much because I wanted to get like the night off before my birthday to celebrate with my friends well into the night, and then have my entire birthday off on the Sunday so that I could be with family and just, you know, enjoy an actual proper day off. So I was rushing to get my games done like halfway through Saturday. So that wasn't ideal. It adds pressure, and you start losing your head. So this game right here was a tough one. You know, I'm 2-1 down at this point, and he had Adama, he had Zidane, he had Neymar. A poorly timed offside trap again from last day means that we end up conceding again, and this game just sort of gets away from us a little bit. I think we are going to be able to run down the other end and score. Bernardo Silva with a good Berber spin, some nice dribbling. Acuna, who came on for Paulinho, knocks it into Kent. Frankie takes the shot. Frankie scores the goal because of course he is absolutely brilliant. But so be it. That game's going to end 3-2. We just kind of let it slip and get away from us. I guess it's probably because I kind of went all-out attack to try and get that equaliser, and then completely flopped on the defensive side of things. We then come up against a really cool, colourful Premier League side. Lots of different card designs in there. I've never come up against the storyline Batshuayi, and of course, Moments King is someone I don't often come up against, and even that right wing Adama is someone that I've just started to come up against because he's only just been out a few days, right? He is proving to be a difficult player to come up against, though. As much as he's got, like, what is it, bad composure, really bad shooting stats and stuff, and a bad weak foot, he is just, if you sprint out wide, you will pretty much get away from anyone, and then you can cut it across to someone that can finish the ball. So he's one of those dangerous players on this game that you have to be careful about, as is Ryan Kent, and I can't believe he somehow waltzed through my team there, and the tackles didn't get made. But him linking up with Adama right at the end there gets this guy an equaliser when I was 2-1 up. And I felt so annoyed because, again, what you haven't seen is there maybe have been a couple of rage quits even before this game. So we go into extra time, and I want to win this one. You know, like, my team is better than this guy's. I think I played better, and he got that late equaliser, which I always makes me think he feels a bit lucky. So to get that goal with Ryan Kent, I'm like, anything you can do, I can do better. He brought his on, I brought mine on, and it turns out that the super subs and those crazy OP players were the difference in this game. You know, my Ryan Kent wins it. His Adama was the one to score goals. His Kent was the one to provide goals. It truly is. They are truly like broken players on this game. But we do get a win. Good. And then we come up against this, like, La Liga side. Got a player him up, Suarez. Some overall nice cards. He whips it into Suarez there. Gets pretty lucky with the way that the ball just bounces out to Cordoba, I think a League SBC player. But hey, he goes 1-0 up. We run pretty much straight down the other end and knock it across from Frenkie into to get him an assist for Aguero to score. Second half, Frenkie gets in the box, just knocks it in again to Aguero. So the same two linking up, my two newest players linking up once again. And it really has been a nice weekend league, I would say, for both of those two. Again, I don't know if it's the honeymoon period. They're my newest players, so I'm really happy when I get on the ball with them or when they do something nice. But to see them linking up is really good. And then I give this James Forrest too much space. And I never come up against this guy because everyone did Kent. And he gets the equaliser. And he knocks it into Forrest again and wins it in the 85th minute. I nearly rage quit right there, but I was like, yeah, 5 more minutes. Let's just get the rank points. Maybe we can get an equaliser. Who knows? So I carried on. But it wasn't to be. And a game where I was 2-1 up with not that long left to go in the game, I wasn't able to hold it out. And yeah, like, I had a lot of that. And when your head is gone, you make the most ridiculous decisions. So as much as yesterday's title was, it's working, and it was all about, like, getting Aguero in and him being a great striker for us, and Frenkie obviously doing the business for us as well. Whatever it was that was working yesterday, as much as we're still doing some nice work with those two players, as a team, my head was just gone. Things were not working in the same way for me in this final session here. And we get matched up against a crazy mega squad once again, like inform Mbappe, inform Messi, whatever it is. But we go 1-0 up. We knock it into Messi again. Back to Frenkie. Take that. That's a beautiful goal. 2-0 up there. A nice little layoff from Lionel Messi into Frenkie de Jong, who just puts his foot behind it and gets that one in. I think in off the bar. Lovely goal. Once again, just proving that he is super versatile. I haven't been fortunate enough to use Hullet this year. This guy's going to quit, I think, by the way. Haven't been fortunate enough to use Hullet this year, but all I can imagine is that this De Jong just seems like a cheap version of Hullet. He's one of those crazy broken players that can do absolutely anything on this game. You would literally be able to play him CDM and he would mop everything up. And at the last stages of the game, you could actually just play him striker. His attacking movement is good. His shooting is fantastic. His dribbling is brilliant. He's not ideal for a striker, but he could genuinely play there if you wanted him to. So that is my, I imagine that's how Hullet feels on this game. Maybe Hullet's still better. Obviously, he's like an icon. He's got the icon factor. But just genuinely, what a player. So we go 1-0 up, and it was Aguero to score there. Heung-min Son is going to basically run at me straight from kickoff and prove that kickoff goals do not exist. No, they don't, all right? They might happen a lot, but there's not a thing called a kickoff goal. It doesn't happen. Anyway, we actually end up getting a goal like not long after, like 10, 12 minutes after that, and that was the game. 2-1 after 90 minutes, but the last goal was scored after about the 30th. It was just one of those. It was a really close one, but this was a possession hoarding player. So towards the end of the match, I did my best version of him, kept that ball, and we end up going 14-10. I think, yeah, it must be right. So from 10-2 to 14-10, there was a lot of games where I went 1-0 down and quit, and yeah, that is the that is a product of me completely and utterly losing my skull. My head was off my body and in Australia somewhere. I think just it was not a good time, and I was very, very glad to finish playing. I'm not gonna lie. I do think I actually noticed a difference on Diego Carlos with a shadow. Whether that's placebo, I don't know, but I actually think he was really solid defensively. I was just playing like an idiot. Frankie, fantastic weekend league. I've literally said it for the last 4 episodes. What an absolute beast of a player. Aguero, 12 goals and 7 assists in 19 games, but the amount that I actually rage quit was probably about 6 or 7 games or something. I don't know. So yeah, like, He did a fantastic job, and Frankie got I don't even know, so many goals and so many assists from centre mid. It was literally unbelievable. So yeah, props for those 2 players right there. It was just Lasty that failed you, unfortunately. So I woke up on Monday to obviously carry on this episode and got my squad battles rewards. I'd kind of forgotten that. Yeah, I've done 8 out of 18 of the squad battles that we needed for icon swap. So I'd actually reached goal 2, which is good. And what that means is that we can get a couple of half decent packs. The first one's going to be a prime mixed players pack. Unfortunately, no headliner in this pack right here, and no walkout or anything. Just a rare. It's going to be Giuliano. It's an 82. It's all right. You never know when that can be useful for you. And obviously, this is a mixed pack, so there's silvers and bronzes in there as well. I know that they're all tradable, but I am trying, of course, build the club back up. So if there's any players there that are noticeably valuable that would sell, then I'd go through and check and try and list them up. And we do get boards from the 25k pack, but unfortunately no headliner, no walkout. It is going to be a Czech goalkeeper, which is of course going to be Pavlenka, an 84 rated overall. We keep packing ourselves high rated Bundesliga goalkeepers, don't we? So I'd sold Neuer, and I have Pavlenka, and I also still have Berkey in the club. So one of them will get sold. One of them will be used for first owner Bundesliga keeper for whatever the next season, I guess. And then these were the SBCs that came out over the last couple of days, and not up till 6 p.m. last night. Maybe there's more that we could focus on, and we'll do that in the next episode. But yeah, I've ruled out Adama, I think, just because he does seem so expensive, and I've got Ryan Kent and the super sub. So I think for now he's ruled out unless I get crazy luck with packs and have loads of money at my disposal. Kenny Lala, probably the same thing. Probably also ruled out just because of his cost. But I am thinking of possibly going down the route of getting Alwar as the centre mid from the storyline player at the end of level 20. And you never know when that means we bring a version of Mbappe back in at some point. And then to have a Ben Yedder player of the month, if he's to win that, he's kind of the one that everyone wants, isn't he? So there could be a French connection going on in the future. We've already got Furlon Mendy, some other good players. There's potential to do stuff, but obviously that would require either Messi being sold or Frankie being sold or Aguero being sold, and that will probably happen over the next couple of weeks as I want to change the team up, but because it would have to change in order to fit all of those different players in. But at the moment, I'd probably saying no to Lala, although if I get lucky with my rewards, this was a very lucky headliner pack. We didn't get a headliner, but it was from the headliner challenge. We actually get a tradable walkout. So it's only an 86 Pjanic, but hey, that's near enough 20,000 coins. That pays for the Chris Smalling that we're about to go ahead and complete as well, because Chris Smalling's a 30k SBC. I went out and bought some of the players, most of the players, to do this one. However, I had the inform, so that saves 10 or 12k. So the 15 to 20k that we spent, maybe not even that, is already clawed back from the Pjanic that we just got. So really, really good. So I've done him, even though I've got 3 very good Serie A centre-backs. in Manolas, and then Futmas Murillo, and then Tomiyasu storyline. I've got those three. So Serie A, we're kind of already set for centre-backs, so I don't need him. But one, he's upgradable, and you never know when he's going to get an upgrade and how good he might end up being. He's super cheap, so it seems like a waste if you don't do it. And he's English as well, so he's one of the better English centre-backs on the game right now. And you never know when we're going to get like an English challenge, like a first owner English squad or something like that. And I could pair him up with a Joe Gomez or something, and we'd be on our way. So it seemed very, very cheap. It's like the perfect one for EA. This must clear so many coins off the market because he's almost too cheap. You know, he's one of those players which you probably should just do, and imagine the players and coins that wipes off the market. Way more successful for them, I would imagine, than a really, really expensive SBC, just because not so many people do them ones, do they? But this is what I could go with for Serie A, should we need a first owner Serie A team in the future. And hopefully we would be able to upgrade from like Mertens and that Ronaldo to actual first owner players that could go in the club. But yeah, for now, it is pretty much the end of the episode. I did want to dive into I've swapped Alisson back into the starting 11 for now, by the way. I wanted to dabble into this is the main custom tactic that I use. So I am 90% time, or maybe even more than that, on this right here, which is balanced, 4 width, 4 depth, balanced, 4 width, 5 players in the box, and then 2 on corners and free kicks. That looks so plain, but that seems to work for me. And then obviously this is how I play the team. Apart from Guardiola, left midfield comes off straight away for Atal. Atal can help get back and help with Roberto Carlos. And then obviously I trust Mendy on the right-hand side to do the defensive stuff. So we let Bernardo Silva run wild and sort of stay forward or whatever. But I guess this is more the important part for you guys of what instructions do I have on my players. Nothing on the goalkeeper. I think you can set them to be like aggressive as they rush out of the box or something. I don't do any of that. I just leave them how they are. Centre backs, again, I don't change any of that. They're on default, stay back while attacking, but I don't do anything with interceptions on them. Just let them be. And then when it comes to the fullbacks, the only thing I choose in this 4-4-2, I don't need them to get forward or anything. So I don't tell them to do like a run type to overlap. I literally just say stay back while attacking. Do your job, nothing more, and that's all I ask of you. And then we go out to the wide players. So for Bernardo Silva, I want him to get forward. So stay wide, get in behind, and then get into the box for cross. Basically, just push forward as much as you can. Same for Atal, apart from I don't tell him to get in behind. I just tell him to basic defensive support, because I do want him to help Roberto Carlos a little bit in defence. Paulinho, I basically tell to cover centre and stay back while attacking. This used to be my drop between defenders one, but I let him just stay back because otherwise he's wasted. Frenkie de Jong, cover centre. Let him do whatever he wants, but just don't push out wide. Just stay in the middle, get up and down the pitch, do whatever you can and whatever you want, because you are godly. Aguero, I tell to get in behind and stay forward. And then Messi, I just say to stay forward, but don't get in behind. I like how he makes sometimes slightly later runs, which means that I can cut that ball across to him and he just takes the strike rather than him already being in the box or whatever. So I like that from him. Aguero can be that main man that gets past the defensive line. Messi hangs back a bit, sometimes acts a little bit like a cam, and then sometimes also makes some fantastic runs as well. So those are my custom tactics, and that is going to rush me through up to the end of the video. Hit me with a thumbs up if you're feeling generous. I'd love to see 2,500 likes on this episode. And why don't you come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram? The links are down below. Most importantly, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments section what we got last night for like headliner stuff. Did we get any SBCs or whatever that I need to focus on? Should I be saving my coins up for something big? Let me know. And yeah, also what your teams are like right now. Any new additions to your squads would be quite interesting to know. Have a wonderful day, you lot, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.